The first time you hear your new puppy cry, it's heartbreaking. The second time, it's troubling. But after a non-stop barrage of crying, you might start to doubt your decision to bring home your furry best friend. This is an all too common problem for new puppy owners, and we got you covered. In this video, we'll help you identify the reasons why puppies cry and also show you how to get your puppy to relax and stop whining in their crate without losing your cool. Before we get into this, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more doggy tips and best practices. Leave a comment down below saying I subscribe, and we'll try our best to personally respond to your comments. Why do puppies cry in their crate? For a new dog owner, the answer to this question can be life-changing. Imagine what you can do with all that quiet. There are a variety of reasons that dogs cry or bark in the crate. Here are some. It could be that your puppy misses you. If your dog is at your side whenever you're home, then gets locked in a crate whenever you leave the house or go to bed, there's a good chance he's crying because he misses you. These dogs eventually settle, but may start crying again whenever you move around. Your pup may be scared. Some dogs are okay being away from you, but are scared of the crate. They may not like being confined. Your pup could also be experiencing boredom. Crates can be a pretty boring place. Dogs that give steady barks throughout the day are likely bored. Your puppy may need to go to the bathroom. Almost all dogs that cry in the crate want to get out of the crate, but sometimes dogs need to get out of the crate. If a crate-trained dog that's normally quiet starts whining, he may be sick to his stomach or might need to pee. He's trying to tell you that he needs out. If your dog is normally quiet in the crate but suddenly starts to cry, look for a reason why. All the reasons above are perfectly normal crate training problems that can easily be fixed with proper training and management. How do you get a puppy to stop crying in its crate? This is the age-old question, and we have good news. There are a lot of things that you can implement to stop your pup from crying in its crate. The tips we would discuss only require small changes on your part that can make a significant impact on your puppy's crying behavior. Let's get to it then, shall we? Tip number 1. Do everything possible to make your puppy's crate inviting. Crate training works best when you set up the crate properly. Before trying to convince your dog to sleep in the crate, you've got to make sure it's actually an inviting place to hang out. First thing you want to do is to ensure that the crate is the right size. The crate has to fit the dog correctly. Your dog should have room to turn around and stand up comfortably, but not much more than that. Also, make the crate comfy by including a comfortable bed. We prefer to use the Super Plush Midwest Pet Bed. These beds are well rated and fit into most crates. They are completely machine washable and a good option if you have a Midwest crate or any other crate. Midwest crates contain a divider, which is used to adjust the crate size to your puppy size. As your dog grows, the divider can be moved to allow more room for your dog to move. You cannot go wrong with the Midwest Pet Bed or Midwest Crate. You can find both in the description below. You can also make the crate inviting by leaving treats and toys in the crate. This can be done by adding treats to a Kong toy and freezing it. This helps with distracting the dog by giving them the stuffed frozen Kong in the crate. We like having 4 or 5 stuffed Kongs in the freezer at all times. That way, you can just chuck a Kong in the crate with your pup whenever you need to run out for errands. Freezing them makes them last a lot longer. Feed your pup dinner in the crate. This is an alternative to putting their bowl on the kitchen floor. This helps with building a good association between your pup and their crate. Make sure to consider crate placement. Many dogs cry in their crate because they're lonely. A simple fix for these dogs is to put the crate in your bedroom at night, near the bed. If the crate doesn't fit in your bedroom, you can sleep on the floor or the couch near the crate and gradually move towards your final sleeping arrangement. This is similar to what many parents do with young babies. They don't start with the baby sleeping in his own room upstairs and across the house. They build up to that level of independence. If you like what you see so far, subscribe and give us a like. Hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime we upload. Tip number 2. Provide your puppy with plenty of exercise. To stop your puppy from crying in the crate, don't underestimate the power of playtime. Make sure your puppy is getting lots of exercise and attention outside of the crate. If your dog is still full of energy when you put him in the crate, he's going to have a very hard time settling down. For a young puppy, this might just mean running around the backyard for a few minutes. But for an adolescent dog, you might need to spend an hour or more exercising your pup before it's time for the crate. Most adult dogs will need at least a 20 to 30 minute walk before being left in the crate. Tip number 3. Get your pup to associate crying with potty breaks. People are beginning to reconsider the whole notion of letting your dog cry it out. This method does not work for every dog. If we can't punish them and ignoring them doesn't work, what can we do? We can get the puppy to associate crying with potty breaks. So rather than attempting to ignore your crying puppy for 5 hours, take your puppy out when he cries in the crate. Here's how it goes. Take your dog out on a leash. Don't talk to him, play with him, or look at him. Just wait for about 2 minutes. If he potties, give him a treat and go inside and put him back in the crate. If he doesn't potty, put him back in the crate. No talking, no playing, just a quiet, quick potty break. Continue to repeat these steps. Your dog will quickly learn that crying in the crate doesn't get affection, comfort, playtime, or anything except for a boring potty break. This will teach your puppy how to ask for a potty break when he needs one, but not to carry on for hours just because he's bored. This method generally only requires a couple of repetitions for your dog to get it. But if your dog keeps on crying the second you close him in the crate, don't keep repeating something that's not working. He needs something you're not providing. For constant criers who aren't getting better with repeat potty breaks, go back to basics. Are you giving your pup enough exercise? Does he have a frozen Kong to chew on? Are you leaving him for too long? If you're really stuck, one of the best things you can do early on is look into a puppy training course, where your puppy can learn basic obedience while also eliminating undesired whining and crying. We like the Brain Training for Dogs online course. It gives you the opportunity to ask and address puppy behavior questions directly with a professional trainer, rather than trying to figure it all out on your own. This can relieve so much pressure knowing that you're in good hands and have help nearby. Tip number 4. Do not leave your pup alone for longer than he can handle. If your puppy can only hold his bladder for 4 hours, don't try to leave him in the crate for a full 8-hour workday. This means that you might need to get help with crate training at first to let your puppy out often enough. If you can't get help with crate training, leave your puppy in an exercise pen with potty pads while you're gone for longer than his training and bladder can withstand. You can find our recommended exercise pen and potty pads in the description. Tip number 5. Teaching your puppy that crying will not get attention. Keep interaction very minimal when trying to get your pup to associate crying with a potty break. Ensure that you stick to the plan of taking your puppy directly outside, totally ignoring him for 2 minutes and taking him directly back to the crate. Anything extra might teach your puppy that crying in the crate gets him playtime, affection, or attention. We don't want that. Tip number 6. Stay consistent. Whatever method you choose, stick with it. We mentioned teaching your puppy that crying gets him a boring potty break. That said, if the cry it out method is working for you, be consistent with it. If you mix the cry it out method with the boring potty method, you're going to confuse your dog and slow progress. As time-consuming and frustrating as crate training might be at first, your hard work will surely pay off in the long run. And if you still find yourself struggling, please look into professional training. We recommend Brain Training for Dogs course or a local dog trainer. Now, if you're curious about crate training your pup at night, then you would want to check out this video where we go over our top crate training tips to help your pup sleep peacefully and remain calm at night. We'll cover how to set up a puppy's crate to encourage nighttime rest and what to do if your puppy starts barking or whining during the night. If you're new to our channel and you like it, leave us a comment and please subscribe.